The old movie theater on Carson Street still glows red after midnight, even though half the seats are broken now and hardly anybody comes anymore. I bought a ticket I didn't really want, just to sit somewhere warm and dark. The girl behind the counter looked half asleep, blue light flickering across her face. Inside, dust moved through the projector beam like tiny ghosts trapped in the air. And suddenly I remembered your laughter echoing beside me years ago. You always cried at sad endings, even before the music faded out, while I pretended not to notice, just to keep you talking longer. Funny how memory edits people, softening sharp edges with time, until heartbreak starts looking beautiful from far enough away. And the movie theater on Carson Street tonight felt exactly like missing you. Old velvet seats, faded colors, still holding warmth from another life. I sat alone beneath the screen glow, listening to strangers breathe in the dark, thinking maybe loneliness is just love with nowhere left to go. A couple near the back row held hands like the world outside couldn't touch them, and for a moment I envied how young their future still looked. Meanwhile, I kept watching reflections dance across the empty aisles, realizing grief doesn't always disappear. Sometimes it simply learns better manners. Outside, rain gathered beneath the marquee lights, turning the sidewalk silver blue. The city looked like an old photograph, slowly folding into itself. If I could step inside one memory forever, it wouldn't be our first kiss, or the night you left. It would be something smaller, you leaning your head against my shoulder, halfway through a terrible movie, completely trusting me with your silence. The movie theater on Carson Street emptied slowly, credits rolling across the screen, while people disappeared back into their separate lives. And somewhere between the final song and silence, I finally stopped asking the past to become the future again. Because maybe love's real purpose was never permanence. Maybe it was simply teaching us how deeply a heart can feel. Near dawn, the neon sign switched off, the street fell quiet beneath the rain, and I walked home carrying your memory like an old film, too beautiful to throw away. The city always looks softer around 4 in the morning, like even loneliness gets tired and finally lowers lose its voice. I was sitting at the kitchen counter in yesterday's sweater and fading light, watching steam rise from untouched coffee like ghosts disappearing into the dark. Outside, a newspaper truck rolled slowly past, breaking the silence for a second, and everything became still again. The kind of stillness that makes memory louder. There are moments just before morning when the heart becomes too honest, too exhausted to keep pretending. It no longer aches for what it lost. And the blue hour before morning tonight felt like standing inside a memory, halfway between healing and heartbreak, halfway between letting go and staying. I looked around the empty apartment and suddenly understood. Some people leave your life quietly, but never leave your inner world. Your toothbrush has been gone for months now, but I still move to the left side of the sink, as if love leaves invisible instructions inside the body long after goodbye. The woman next door started singing softly while watering plants on her fire escape. And for a moment the whole world felt fragile in a strangely beautiful way. If I could speak to you one last time, I wouldn't ask for another chance. I just thank you for teaching me that tenderness existed. Because before you, I thought love had to be dramatic to be real. I didn't know it could sound like two people breathing quietly in the same room. And the blue hour before morning kept fading slowly into pale gold light. The way grief eventually changes without asking permission. Not disappearing, not ending, just becoming softer around the edges, until you can finally carry it gently. The sun began touching the rooftops. Cars move through the waking streets, and somewhere between night and morning, I forgave both of us a little more. The piano bar on Mercer Avenue still stays open past 2 a.m. Blue smoke hanging near the ceiling, like old regrets refusing to leave. I took a seat beside the piano while a woman in velvet sang too softly. The bartender polished empty glasses without looking anyone in the eyes. Outside rain moved down the taxi windows, turning street lights into blurred gold rivers. And somewhere between the low piano chords, I heard the shape of your memory again. You used to love places like this, rooms where sadness sounded beautiful, where strangers carried broken hearts quietly without trying to hide them. Some nights the world feels suspended, neither happy nor destroyed, just full of people surviving gently, one song at a time. And the piano bar on Mercer Avenue tonight felt like standing inside an old photograph. Soft shadows, amber light, love slowly fading around the edges. I closed my eyes while the singer whispered a melody about leaving too late. And suddenly your absence felt so close, I almost turned to speak to you. A man in a gray suit sat near the back, staring into whiskey without moving, like he'd spent years rehearsing how to live with disappointment elegantly. Meanwhile the piano player kept smiling, even through the saddest songs. The way certain people learn to survive by making beauty from pain. The room smelled like perfume and winter coats, and the last slow hours before morning, when loneliness becomes softer somehow under dim music and tired lights. If you walked through that door tonight, I don't think the story would begin again. Some endings stay finished forever, even when love doesn't. But maybe I'd still save you a seat near the piano and the rain-streaked windows, just to sit quietly beside each other without needing to repair the past. The piano bar on Mercer Avenue slowly emptied, one heartbreak at a time, until only the music remained, floating through the dark like smoke. And somewhere between the final piano note and the silence afterward, I realized healing may not be happiness. Maybe it's simply learning how to sit peacefully beside what still hurts. Near dawn, the bartender switched off the neon sign. Chairs lifted softly onto tables, and I stepped back into the blue morning air, carrying your memory like a song too beautiful to stop hearing. City lights outside my room, midnight painted blue, radio playing softly low, still reminding me of you. Another night without your touch, another dream that hurts too much. I watch the rain slide down the glass like memories from the past. Your photograph beside my bed, every word you left unsaid still echoes softly through my mind like a love I cannot hide. Maybe some hearts never change, even after all this pain. Every road I wander through still somehow leads to you. City lights and you, that's all I'm holding on to. Every shadow in the rain still whispers your name. Even when the night moves on, I still feel you in this song. Heavy, lonely midnight blue still belongs to you. Slow jazz playing down the hall, I still wait beside your call. People passing far away while my heart refuses change. Neon shining through the dark like gold fire inside my heart. Every little thing I see still pulls your memory to me. If you hear the radio tonight, maybe you'll remember why we once believed that love could stay forever in the city right. City lights and you still feel beautiful and true. Every dream I try to lose brings me back to you. Even when the stars are gone, your memory still lives on. Every lonely midnight blue still belongs to you. Radio fading with the dawn, but I'm still holding on. Somewhere underneath these lights, I still see your eyes. The jukebox only works halfway now. Some buttons stick when you press them down, but every lonely soul in this bar still feeds at quarters after midnight. I came in just before closing time, rain dripping from my coat sleeves. The bartender gave me the usual nod, like sadness had become part of the furniture here. like she was trying to remember who she had been before heartbreak. And somewhere between the low bass and cigarette smoke, your name returned to me again, soft as dust floating through projector light, impossible to hold on to. Some memories don't arrive loudly, they enter slowly through music, through familiar melodies, but still know where the broken parts are hidden. And the last song on the jukebox tonight sounded like us in another lifetime. Slow drums, fading chords, two hearts trying not to disappear. I sat there staring into whiskey reflections while the whole room blurred into blue, thinking maybe love never truly leaves. It just becomes quieter with time. An old couple sat near the back wall, sharing fries without speaking much, the kind of silence built over decades where tenderness no longer needs translation. I envied them for a moment, not because they looked happy, but because they had survived enough years together to grow gentle around each other's pain. Outside, taxis drifted through wet streets, the city breathing underneath the storm. And for the first time in a long while, missing you didn't feel like drowning. If I could live inside one sound forever, it might be this jukebox humming softly at 2 in the morning, while strangers carry invisible heartbreak around me. Because there's comfort in realizing the world is full of people quietly trying to heal without knowing how. The last song on the jukebox finally ended, static trembling through the speakers, and nobody in the bar moved right away, as if we all needed one extra moment before returning to our separate lonelinesses. Back into rain, back into memory, back into the unfinished ache of being human. Near dawn, the bartender switched off the neon signs, chairs lifted slowly onto tables, and somewhere inside the fading silence, your memory became lighter in my hands. The grocery store was almost empty, fluorescent lights humming overhead. A tired cashier counted coins slowly, like the whole night had given up speaking. I wandered through familiar aisles, holding things I didn't need. A carton of milk, a bottle of wine, flowers already beginning to fade. There was a song playing quietly somewhere, an old love song from years ago. And suddenly your voice returned to me, clearer than the moment you left. You used to dance beside the refrigerator light, late at night grocery store before closing tonight felt strangely sacred somehow, like grief and tenderness were standing together under flickering white lights. I watched strangers push their carts in silence, carrying invisible things home, and realized everyone is lonely in ways they never explain aloud. A little girl fell asleep in her mother's arms near the frozen food section, and something about the softness of that moment almost broke me completely. Outside, rain blurred the parking lot into watercolor reflections of blue and gold, and for one impossible second I thought I saw you waiting by my car. But it was only another tired stranger pulling their coat against the cold. Funny how the heart keeps searching even after it knows better. If I could speak to you now, I wouldn't ask why we failed. Some loves collapse quietly under the weight of ordinary life. I'd only ask, did you feel it too? That brief, beautiful period when the world felt softer because we existed together. The grocery store before closing emptied slowly, one lonely person at a time, while the old love song kept playing, like memory refusing to clock out. And somewhere between the flowers and fluorescent lights, I finally understood something gentle. Healing isn't forgetting someone, it's learning to remember them without losing yourself completely. Near midnight, the cashier locked the doors. The lights dimmed one row at a time, and I walked back into the quiet rain, carrying less sadness than before. There's an old cigarette machine still glowing in the corner of the bar, like something forgotten by time, too stubborn to disappear. The bartender wiped the counter slowly while a tired saxophone filled the room. Outside, rain painted silver lines across the empty avenue. I came here because the apartment felt too quiet, because memory gets louder after midnight, because some nights loneliness needs witnesses, even if they're strangers. At the end of the bar, a woman in red lipstick laughed too hard, like she was trying to outrun something heavy inside her chest. Everyone carries heartbreak differently. Some drown it in music, some bury it in work, and some sit beneath dim lights, pretending they're fine. And the cigarette machine at the bar tonight looked exactly how missing you feels. Old-fashioned, flickering, still glowing used to hate places like this. Too sad, too late, too full of people hiding from themselves. But secretly I think you understood them. There's comfort in broken atmospheres, in rooms where no one asked questions, where silence can sit beside you quietly without needing to be fixed. If you walk through that door tonight, I don't think I know who to blame anymore. Time softens anger strangely, until only tenderness survives. And maybe that's the cruel beauty of love. It leaves long before memory does. So the heart keeps reaching for someone already gone. The cigarette machine kept glowing softly long after the music slowed down, and the city outside turned blue with approaching dawn. I sat there finishing cold coffee, listening to glasses clink in the distance, thinking maybe healing isn't moving on. Maybe it's simply learning how to miss someone without disappearing yourself. Near morning, the bartender switched off the neon sign. Chairs lifted slowly onto tables, and I stepped back into the rain, still carrying your name, but lighter now, somehow. The ballroom's almost empty now. Only shadows moving round. A tired band plays somewhere far away, like they're afraid to wake the night. Your hand still fits inside of mine, even after all this time. We sway beneath the fading gold, like two hearts refusing to grow old. There's silver dust upon your dress, and sadness hidden in your smile, like maybe both of us already know this is the last slow dance. No one speaks, the music says enough. Some endings arrive softly, like winter touching love. So hold me close tonight, like the world is disappearing. Let the orchestra and city lights blur into the dark. And if tomorrow changes everything, at least we had this moment, one last beautiful illusion, before goodbye became real. Outside the windows, taxis pass. before the silence comes. Maybe love was never meant to stay. Maybe that's what made it beautiful. Two people dancing at the edge of something already leaving. And years from now, when someone asks what heartbreak felt like, I'll remember your head against my shoulder while the whole room disappeared. So hold me close tonight while the band plays softer and slower. Let this be the version of us that survives forever. Not the tears, not the distance, not the morning after the lights came on, just this dance and your heartbeat against mine. The song ends quietly, chairs scrape against the floor, and somewhere beyond the empty ballroom, the sky is beginning to turn blue. The record store near the river still opens late on Sundays, dust floating through golden light, like time never fully moves there. I stepped inside to escape the rain. The bell above the door rang softly. An old man behind the counter nodded without looking up from his newspaper. Rows of vinyl lined the walls, love songs from forgotten decades. Somewhere between the crackling speakers, your memory sat down beside me again. You always touched album covers carefully, like they carried fragile histories, turning each sleeve over slowly, reading lyrics like prayers. Some places don't belong to the present, they survive quietly outside of time. Bring their ghosts back through the door. And the record store near the river tonight felt warmer than my own heart does. Soft static, dim light, old melodies refusing to disappear. I stood there listening to our favorite singer while rain trembled against the windows, thinking maybe love never really leaves. It just changes the rooms where it lives. A teenage boy asked for something romantic. The owner smiled without answering, then handed him a worn-out vinyl. Like heartbreak was part of growing older. I almost laughed at that moment, at how everyone eventually joins this quiet, invisible club of people carrying unfinished love. Outside, headlights slid across the water, silver moving through black waves, and the whole city looks suspended between memory and morning. If I could meet you one last time, I wouldn't try to repair anything. Some songs you silently. One more rainy evening, listening to records spin slowly, while the world disappeared outside. The record store near the river emptied slowly, one customer at a time, until only the music remained and the soft hum of fluorescent lights. And somewhere between the final chorus and silence, I finally understood something gentle. Maybe healing begins the moment memory stops fighting reality. When I stepped back into the cold night air, the rain had almost disappeared, and behind me the music kept playing for someone else learning how to let go. I don't feel you like a memory. You're softer than the past, more like something still unfolding, more like something built to last. Not a hurt that keeps on burning, not a dream I have to chase, just a low and tender meaning, still alive in every trace. When the blue comes closer, when the whole world quiets down, I can feel your love return without making any sound. Love still moves in slow light, soft across my heart tonight, like the last glow holding on after almost all is gone. Love still moves in slow light, warm beneath the deepest blue. Even when I close my eyes, it still turns me back to you. I have learned that some emotions only deepen when they slow. They don't leave in broken pieces, they just change the way they glow. There's a grace inside the silence, there's a sweetness in the ache, like your kindness found a home in me that time could never take. No, I don't need forever, no, I don't need one more sign. I just know that when it's quiet, your softness leans into mine. Love still moves in slow light, to you. Maybe this is how it stays now, not in fire, not in rain, but as something calm and golden, living softly through the pain. Maybe love becomes more beautiful after all the noise is through, not because it asks for nothing, but because it still feels true. Love still moves in slow light, like a song too deep to lose, like a hush that keeps on falling through the dark, through the blue. Love still moves in slow light, and my heart still feels it too. Even when the night lets go, it leaves me close to you. I don't feel you like a memory, you're gentler than the truth. Love still moves in slow light, and it still moves me to you. The last night bus hissed at the corner, doors opening into cold blue air, and everyone climbing inside looked tired in the same quiet way. I took a seat beside the window, watching the city slide backwards slowly. grief had finally softened into something quieter than pain. If you saw me now, you'd probably think I look older, not just in the face, but in the way I sit with silence still. I hope life has been gentle with you. I hope somebody notices the beautiful things I once noticed too. The night bus to somewhere else kept moving, past rivers, past warehouses, past windows glowing golden, distant apartments. And suddenly I understood, not every lonely road is tragic. Some are simply the distance between who we were and who we become after love. Near dawn the bus grew almost empty, the sky fading slowly into gray. And somewhere inside the quiet hum of the engine, I felt my heart arrive somewhere new. The taxi smelled like rain and old leather. Street lights slid across the window slowly, and the driver looked at me through the mirror like he already understood the night. I gave him your old address by accident, before correcting myself too late. He nodded without saying anything and kept driving through the empty avenues. Somewhere downtown a siren echoed, blue lights spilling over wet concrete. The city looked exhausted at that hour, like every lonely thing had finally surfaced. I rested my head against the glass, watching strangers disappear behind fogged windows, wondering how many people tonight were also trying not to remember someone. There are nights the world feels unbearably human, too many quiet heartbreaks, passing each other beneath neon signs, without ever speaking aloud. And the taxi driver knew my name tonight, not because we'd met before, but because sadness starts looking familiar after enough years alone. He drove slowly through the sleeping city while old soul music played low, and somewhere between the static and headlights, I almost felt less broken. We stopped at a red light near the river, where you once kissed me in winter. You said the water looked endless at night, like love before reality touches it. I laughed back then too easily, certain nothing could leave us. It's strange how confidence disappears without making a sound. The driver asked if I was okay, in that careful way older people do, like he already knew. The honest answer would take all night. Maybe grief creates a language only certain people Surviving heartbreak means recognizing pieces of yourself inside complete strangers. The taxi driver knew my name tonight, even though I never said it, because loneliness leaves fingerprints on the way a person moves through darkness. When we finally reached my building, rain had started fading into mist, and for the first time in months, home didn't feel entirely empty. The taxi disappeared beyond the corner, jazz fading softly with it, and I stood beneath the quiet street lamp, listening to the city breathe again. There's a payphone standing on the corner, beneath a flickering motel sign. Rain keeps falling through the silence, like the whole night forgot the time. I stopped my car beside the sidewalk, just to watch the city breathe. A man in a dark coat crossed the avenue, holding flowers against the wind. For a second I imagined calling you, hearing your voice after all these years. But some numbers stay alive forever, even when nobody answers anymore. Memory is a strange companion. It waits quietly through the day, then returns all at once, when the world grows soft enough to hear it. And the payphone in the rain tonight looked like something left behind by love, lonely, fading, still glowing underneath the storm. I stood there with your name inside me, like an unfinished line in a song, wondering if somewhere in another life we learned how to stay. The diner down the street was closing, chairs turned upside down on tables. A waitress smoked beneath the awning, staring out at passing headlights. I wanted to ask her if heartbreak ever ends, but strangers carry enough already. So I kept walking through the midnight, with my hands buried in my coat. Sometimes healing doesn't feel warm, sometimes it feels like standing alone in cold rain at 2 in the morning, realizing you survived what broke you. And maybe surviving is enough, maybe not every love story needs to become happiness to become meaningful. The payphone in the rain kept ringing softly, though no one was standing there, and somehow that felt exactly like the shape of missing you. Not desperate, not ruined, just a quiet ache woven into living, like winter folded into the air. By the time I reached the car again, the rain had almost stopped, and somewhere behind the sleeping city, a pale blue morning slowly arrived. Someone is singing downstairs tonight, soft enough to almost disappear. The walls are thin in this old building, and somehow it sounds like you. I stood barefoot in the kitchen, watching headlights cross the floor. There's a crack beside the doorway now that wasn't there before. The flowers on the windowsill have faded, the way small things quietly do. But every corner of this apartment still keeps returning me to you. It's strange what survives a heartbreak. Not the fights, not the tears, just the ordinary moments that suddenly become sacred. And there's a song beneath the dawn at night, floating through the dark, like someone trying to reach me without saying my name. I close my eyes and for a second the loneliness almost leaves, like love is still somewhere nearby, breathing softly in another room. The bookstore closed last autumn, the one where you bought me Neruda poems. I walked past it yesterday evening and almost went inside from habit. There's comfort in unfinished stories, in not knowing where they end, because endings make things smaller, and what we had once felt endless. If I could speak to you again, I don't think I'd ask you to return. I'd only want one honest conversation, without fear, without blame, without pretending we didn't matter. There's still a song beneath the dawn at night, soft enough to break my heart, and somewhere between the melody and silence, I remember who we were. Not perfect, not forever, just two tired people loving each other the best way they knew how. There's a woman sitting alone at table 7 in the cafe that never really closes. A cigarette burning slowly in her hand, while midnight leans against the windows. The waiter already knows her order: black coffee, no sugar. The kind of sadness that becomes routine after enough years. Outside, buses sigh through rainy streets, neon reflections trembling in puddles. And somewhere in the corner, an old jukebox plays a song about leaving. She keeps staring at the empty chair across from her, like memory might still arrive late, like love could walk back through the door someday, apologizing softly for time. Loneliness doesn't always look tragic. Sometimes it looks elegant, quiet, well-dressed, and unbearably tired. And the woman at table 7 tonight looked exactly how heartbreak ages. Beautiful, fragile, still holding herself together in public. I couldn't stop watching her silhouette beneath the dim cafe light, thinking maybe every lonely person eventually recognizes themselves in another. She touched the rim of her coffee cup slowly, like someone remembering a hand. And when she finally smiled at something distant, it nearly broke my heart. The bartender turned the music lower, chairs scraping softly against the floor, while the city outside kept moving without asking who got left behind. The young couple rushed in from the rain, laughing, carrying too much future in their eyes. And suddenly the whole room felt divided between beginnings and survivors. Maybe grief becomes gentler with age, not smaller, not lighter, just more familiar to carry. Like an old winter coat, heavy at first, then strangely comforting against the coldness of the world. As the rain softened outside, and for a moment before she disappeared, she looked almost peaceful somehow, like she had finally made room for both memory and tomorrow. Near dawn, the cafe lights dimmed low. Streets turn pale blue with morning, and the empty chair at table 7 stayed quietly facing the door. flowers on the windowsill, still leaning toward the sun. I should have thrown them out weeks ago, but somehow I couldn't touch them. You used to water them every Sunday, while humming songs under your breath. Tiny ordinary rituals that felt invisible at the time. Now the apartment echoes differently, like the air itself has changed. Even the floorboards sound lonelier without your footsteps crossing them. No one tells you how quiet love disappears, not in one terrible moment, but in small neglected things. And the flowers we forgot to water still break my heart tonight, because somewhere between being busy and being tired, we stopped noticing each other. Not all endings arrive with goodbye. Some happen slowly in plain sight, like petals curling inward, while nobody looks close enough to see. I found your grocery list this morning, folded inside a cookbook. Your handwriting still soft and careful, like you were trying not to disturb the world outside. Someone's arguing in the alley, a dog keeps barking down the block. Life goes on in loud, imperfect ways, while grief stays painfully polite. If I could return to one evening, it wouldn't be our first kiss or some dramatic final moment, just an ordinary Tuesday. You're standing barefoot in the kitchen, asking if I wanted tea, and me not understanding that this was happiness. The flowers we forgot to water still sit beside the glass tonight, brown at the edges, beautiful in a ruined way. And maybe love doesn't die suddenly, maybe it fades the way seasons do, quietly, gradually, until one day the room feels cold without warning. I open the window before sleeping. Night air moves through the curtains, and somewhere in the darkness, a memory blooms too late. I drove past your street tonight for the first time in almost a year. The city looks smaller somehow, or maybe I've just grown tired. Your apartment was dark except for one window, a soft amber light near the back. For one dangerous second, I imagined you were still waiting there. Not for anyone in particular, not even for me. Just to wake in the quiet, like we used to be. There was rain collecting on the windshield, traffic breathing slow below, and an old song playing so softly I almost mistook it for memory itself. Time doesn't really heal everything, it just teaches the heart how to carry certain sadnesses without collapsing beneath them. And the last light in your window tonight looked like love refusing to disappear. Small, distant, still burning against the dark. I sat there through two changing traffic lights, unable to drive away, because part of me still lives inside the life we never finished. Do you still leave books half open beside the bed and forget tea growing cold in your hands? Do you still fall asleep during old movies right before the ending scene? I wanted so badly to believe there would be another chapter for us, but some stories don't end dramatically. They simply stop being written, and somehow that hurts more. I used to think missing someone meant wanting them back, but tonight I finally understood. Sometimes missing someone just means accepting that a piece of your soul will always speak their name in quiet places. The last light in your window went out eventually, softly, without ceremony, like the closing of a piano lid. And I stayed there a little longer, watching my reflection in the rain, before turning the car toward home, alone, but no longer fighting it. Somewhere behind me, the city kept glowing, street lights stretching into blue. And for the first time in years, your memory felt gentle enough to keep. I walk past our old neighborhood tonight. The bakery still closes too early, and the laundromat windows still glow blue against the tired evening rain. There was a couple arguing softly outside the corner grocery store, and somehow it reminded records stacked beside the sofa, like ordinary life was enough. Back then I thought forever would arrive naturally, the way seasons do, without effort, without fear. But no one teaches you how quickly tenderness can disappear, when two people become too tired to say what they really mean. In the street where we almost stayed still aches inside my chest tonight, like a future that briefly existed before life turned away from it. I stood beneath the traffic lights, watching strangers hurry home, thinking how close we once came to growing old together. Your favorite bookstore became a cafe, the movie theaters closing next spring. Even the city started forgetting the places where we loved each other. Meanwhile, I still remember everything, the exact sound of your keys at the door, the way you'd fall asleep on my shoulder halfway through late night television. It's strange how memory preserves small things long after the important ones collapse. If I could speak to the version of us walking hand in hand down that street, I wouldn't warn us about heartbreak. I'd only say, look carefully, this is your life. This ordinary, beautiful moment will one day become sacred. And the street where we almost stayed still glows somewhere behind my eyes. Wet pavement, storefront lights, your reflection moving beside me. But tonight the memory feels different, less like grief, more like gratitude for having loved someone deeply enough to miss them this long. The rain finally stopped near midnight, cars hissed softly through the dark, and I kept walking slowly home with your name quiet inside me. There's a softness in the air, like your love is still around. Not enough to break my heart, just enough to calm it down. In the hush between my thoughts, in the slow and silver blue, something stays so close to me, and it still feels close to you. I don't need the night to speak, I can hear it in the glow. Some loves never really leave, they just learn to move in slow. Close to me in the quiet, like a dream that never ends, like a touch I still remember, falling through me once again. Close to me in gets deeper, I don't feel alone. I don't reach for what is gone, I don't ask for it to stay. But the beauty of your love still finds me in its way. Like a whisper without words, like a song without a name. It comes over me so gently, and nothing feels the same. I don't need the night to speak, I can hear it in the glow. Some loves never really leave, they just learn to move in slow. Close to me in the quiet, like a dream that never ends. Like a touch I still remember, falling through me once again. Close to me in the quiet, soft enough to feel like home. Even when the dark gets deeper, I don't feel alone. Maybe this is what remains when the ache has turned to grace. Not the fear of losing someone, but the warmth they leave in place. And maybe love can still be near without asking to be shown. Just a tender kind of presence that the heart has always known. Close to me in the quiet, like a light that lingers on, like the sweetest kind of memory after almost everything is gone. Close to me in the quiet, soft enough to pull me through. Even when the morning finds me, I still wake with you. There's a softness in the air that I never knew before, and in every quiet part of me, I feel you even more. There's a chair beside the window where the sunlight used to fall. I still catch myself looking at it, like you might be there after all. You always sat there in the evenings, reading pages you never finished. One foot tucked beneath your sweater, tea growing cold beside your hands. I never understood those moments, how quietly they mattered then. Now the whole apartment aches with them, like music after the song has ended. It's dangerous, the way memory softens people, turning ordinary love into something almost holy. And the chair by the window tonight feels heavier than furniture should, like it's holding the shape of someone the world forgot to return. I keep the lamp beside it glowing, even after midnight comes, because part of me still believes that love can find its way home in the dark. The landlord changed the hallway carpets. Everything smells newer now, but grief has its own stubborn scent that never fully leaves a room. I saw your brother at the market. He asked me if I'm doing well, and I said yes, without thinking, the way lonely people do. Sometimes I wonder what survives us after everyone moves on. Maybe not the grand declarations, maybe just tiny habits. The way you hummed while tying your hair, or touched my wrist while